Hey everyone, it's Norm Farrar, aka the Beard Guy here, and welcome to another Lunch with Norm, the e-commerce and Amazon FBA podcast. Today, we're going to be discussing something we don't know yet. Our guest hasn't shown up, so once our guest does show up, we'll get into it. But right now, not sure what we want to do. We could be open for questions. I know we've got a few people listening right now. If you have any questions you want to throw over, great. But until then, I got a few ideas. But let's go over to the intro.
Lunch with Norm. Lunch with Norm. Lunch with Norm. Lunch with
Okay, so before we get into it, where is the Calcinator?
Hey, I haven't heard that name in quite a while.
Yeah, when you were playing hockey, remember?
That's right. That was my goalie nickname.
Yeah, it was your goalie nickname. That's right. So, how are things going? I want to talk a little bit about. There's a few things that are happening, but first of all, your influencer thing.
Yes, so I'm officially at 11,000 followers, which is awesome. Yeah, it's been over the course, I think, over 5 months now. So getting a lot of interest. I think more and more brands, now that I've hit that 10K threshold, starting to reach out more. So yeah, I've been just trying to kind of navigate what kind of direction I want to go in, and I want to focus more on product reviews. So I'm going to be building a channel around just different product reviews, doing more TikTok videos, obviously, and looking to collaborate with more and more brands. So
we got a lot of people listening right now for the first 3 minutes. And it's kind of interesting. I'd like to hear, like, we got Rad Simon and we've got Twilight Action. Who could that possibly be? Andrew. And if you have any questions about influencer marketing, just throw them over. Today, we are just going to be sort of an open session. Our guest hasn't arrived yet. But if you are using them, Simon, with your product, that we know your product, it's a bigger product. It's for kids. Have you used influencers? There's Marina from Toronto. Is there anything that stands out, Kels, at what you're doing right now?
in what way?
That you get more views. So not necessarily sales, but more views. Like all of a sudden, you're 500,000 views, and then the next day, same thing.
So definitely when it comes to views on TikTok, I'm finding, and this is something that I want to focus on more, is it's all about trends. So if you can position your videos around different trends, that helps. So like obviously Prime Day on TikTok, that's kind of like a trend, like it comes and goes, it's seasonality. So I started making videos around Prime Day, and that's why my videos started taking off around that time. But let's say, for example, like Taylor Swift and Kelsey.
Kelsey, what are you doing in your? You play for the Chiefs?
Different Kelsey, but that would be newsworthy, I think. But anyways, so if I were to make content around that kind of content, like Amazon deals that Travis Kelce would love or should give to Taylor Swift or something around those lines, that's how you would kind of fit those trends. And if you can follow these different trends that are happening, that's one way to, like, it's called trend hopping. But that's one way to get more views. But also just in general for brands, I think when they're reaching out to me, there's obviously the organic side of TikTok where I can just make a video of, your discount and promote it in my way, in my form. But then there's also the paid version. So actually putting ad spend behind TikTok videos. So it doesn't have to be mine, but say some influencer, you can add money and focus on clicks or views, and you can just put money towards it to make sure that your video actually gets seen. But you want to make sure your video is actually like a good quality video, or you're just going to be wasting money with it. But those are just a couple ways that you
But
can.
isn't a shoddy video sometimes as good as a polished video?
When I say like a good video, I don't mean a shoddy video like that, like a handheld video. It can still be good quality, but there still could be bad quality videos. So like the way your video is put together with like the hook at the beginning, that's super important for TikTok. So it could be me just with my phone like this talking, and um, maybe I have that really catchy hook at the beginning, and I'm knowledgeable, and the way I framed the video, I actually could have written out the script line by line, and it could still look shoddy and like off the cuff, but it's still a well-crafted video
Yeah.
versus just maybe like bad lighting. The audio is a little muffled. It's not really coherent on what the video is about, or like the video of the actual product doesn't look nice. Like you can't actually see what you're talking about. So there's bad videos, and then there's bad good videos. Like
Okay.
there
So
you go.
let's get back to this in a second, because I wasn't expecting to go down this line this early. But what we should do is we should do a quick overview of what. Let's see, what do we got here? There's a couple of things. First of all, just wanted to give a shout out to the guys over at eCom Cooperative. I went to their New Jersey event with Kevin King the other day, and it was really great. And it was interesting because Kevin's a fairly well-known guy with his Freedom Ticket and BDSS, and we walked into the event, and he was speaking. He was the keynote. I was just there to watch him, and people were coming up and talking with him, and they had no clue who he was, which was kind of funny, because you think you're known in the Amazon, at least him, really well known in the Amazon world, and he's the speaker. And I saw it at least 2 or 3 times that people just were speaking, they had no clue that he was even the speaker, which was kind of cool, because at these events, this is where you can just get a lot of interesting traction, not only for yourself, if you're a service provider, but if you're not, just the networking that's there and the people that are in the know. I've met so many really cool service providers that I had no clue were out there, because there's so many, and also sellers. So again, I really want to push getting to events. Now, you don't have to fly from Toronto to New Jersey to go to an event. There's always some in your back door at these meetups and that, which are usually free. But anyways, that's one thing. The other thing I wanted to talk about is retail. Now, I haven't talked about this in a long time, but the mastermind that I have with Taylor Offer and Taylor Offer and Aaron Harbridge, we've got the mastermind opening up this week, and we are looking for a bunch of beta testers, I guess you'd call it. And the mastermind, it's $199 a month. Okay, that's the cost. It's gonna provide incredible information. It's got lists of buyers that people can call. It's going to show you how to do it. I mean, it's going to just be a walkthrough. It's going to be a really good mastermind. It's going to be a call a week. If you're interested in this, we're trying to look for approximately 20 people to come in, 25 people. That'll be in at $99, and that's for life. If you're going in $99 a month, if you're interested, just let me know or Kelsey know, and we'll get you the information. So there's a Facebook group that's separate from everything. And these guys, if you've ever heard Taylor or Aaron talk, they really know their stuff when it comes to retail. And I'm not going to get down the retail, like some of when people have heard me talk about retail, I just take the POs that we get for other sellers and just tell them what came in this, for the day. And it's crazy. retail is such a great market to be in, but a lot of Amazon sellers are afraid of it or don't know how to approach it, don't know how to approach the buyers. And believe me, it's just not looking up somebody on LinkedIn and just kind of connecting. So if you're interested, let us know. I know Chuck joined us a little while ago, and it starts on the 23rd, I think. So anyways, just thought I'd give you a shout about that. If there is some interest, let us know. You'll definitely get your money's work. In fact, after that first meeting, if you didn't like it, I'll just refund your money. And I am involved with it, by the way. So it's the three of us. It's just a market that we don't think has been tapped into that well, or, there's just not enough education there. Let's see. Kels, what am I missing? I'm missing something. Oh, Post-Purchase Pro, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So why don't you put in the information about Post-Purchase Pro, and we'll get to that. But they've got another event coming up, and it's going to be just a lot of different strategies and tips. Love to promote it. These guys, they're always coming up with something new, and they know how to market, by the way. If you've ever attended one of their events, by the follow-up that they know how to create a list. So I bumped into Sean and his kids. I can't even call them kids. They're pretty, well, Cash and Moshe, if you're listening, you guys are great guys. They're, I think, 16 and 15, but just entrepreneurs. They're taken after their dad. But check out Sean and Seth, Post-Purchase Pro. Kelsey's going to push it in here. And now let's go to a word from our sponsor. We'll come back and we'll continue the talk on the influencers. And if you have any questions on that, let's get back to that. Or if you have any other cash flow challenges with your e-commerce business, discover Viably, your ultimate financial ally. From real-time sales data integrations to immediate funding access, Viably is here to support you. Plan your growth with their free tool for online sellers and engage with specialists whenever you need. Extend your cash flow with Viably. All right. So let's get Kelsey back in here. And by the way, if you have another area I like to touch on is processes, systems and processes. A very easy way to set up systems and processes. So we can get on that a little bit later on. And if you do have any other questions, just throw them in the question or in the comment section. We'll get to them. But Kels, let's continue with the influencer side. So you do it a little bit different. You don't have a physical product, right? Like here's, this stand. You go in and you go after Amazon deals. So let's break down the different types of ways that influencers are doing this, that brands can either approach them or influencers can find their brands to work with.
Well, I'd say I am only one type of content creator. I do Amazon.
Yeah, I shouldn't say influencer, should I?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm at that stage. I feel like influencer is kind of like a term.
I think, but people want to be called content creators, not influencers.
Yeah, I feel like influencers it's a little egotistical.
Kim Kardashian's.
Yeah. Or content creators, you're just, I feel like it's more accurate. You're creating content. So I'm only one kind of content creator, and mine is a little bit more focused to, I would say, driving sales versus someone who is just a coffee enthusiast or someone in the makeup beauty world who's trying on different reviews. They all have their different lanes and uses, their pros and cons, but mine's very specific to, if you use me, my audience is following me to find deals on Amazon. So they're looking, and hopefully I'm trying to find the best quality deals as well. So making sure that they're 4.4 stars usually or higher, and then they have a significant discount to them. So I'm trying to tailor my audience to knowing and following me for that reason specifically. But remind me what your question was. I feel like
different types. So you can go and do the way that you're doing it, or there's sending a product like what I was doing earlier on in the year
Right.
was, receiving product and doing it for Shoppables and Amazon Lives.
So I'd say the majority of content creators right now have an Amazon storefront, which means they have the ability to use your product or use a link from Amazon to get commissions, whether you know about it or not. They basically just can grab with a little application their affiliate link and then post it in their bio or in their storefront of your product, and they'll make a small commission. Usually it's like pennies. It's like 3 to 4% off a $30 item is like
Pennies.
3 cents or So they have that ability. Now the way they go about creating that content could be doing unboxings, doing reviews, doing maybe a list of their favorite products that they're using, like gift ideas. It really depends on the influencer and the goals of the different brands and what they're doing. But mine specifically is with no product. I do like a green screen behind me talking about the product. I do it. It's a lot easier without having to handle the products.
Yeah.
But I can use multiple different products.
Why don't you bring it up, share the screen? And Osama, that's great. We'll be talking about some fourth quarter. That's perfect for this session. But why don't we show one of the what we're talking about?
So here is.
This is
my TikTok. This is the back end of it.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, these are the videos that I post every day. It goes across. I try to do it every day. Sometimes I forget or I'm away and I can't get to my computer. But I try to be super consistent with it. But the way that TikTok
Amazon deals October 8th.
This is the green screen that I use. I talk about usually around 4 products every video, and I go over their features, their benefits, how many stars they have, and then if they're interested, they will go to my bio, which looks like this. Once it loads, looks a little nice, or you can't see it.
No.
Just have to stop this. But they will go to my bio, which includes my affiliate links and any coupon codes they need to use. So obviously on phone, this looks a lot different. It looks better. But they can tap codes like this to copy them, and then they just go to the link, which you can't see either. But it goes to the Amazon link. And if they follow that link and they make a purchase on that product or something different, then I get a commission off of that. Again, it's like 30 cents
right
per one. So when brands reach out and say like, I can just get a free product, that's the reason why a lot of people actually want, a small flat fee or something for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's what I do. But I also offer options to make custom videos. So if they want to have something specifically talked about their audience. So with that vacuum deal that I did a couple of days ago, there's a very specific kind of humor that they wanted to use, which didn't fit with my audience necessarily, but I think I'm kind of small enough that I can do something like that, and it doesn't have like, it was a good way to test the results. So I did something a little bit different, and then also put ad spend against it as well. So I do that as well, and then content creators can also create these shoppable videos, which will show up on your Amazon listing in the video carousels. You'll see like under, what's it called? What's the name of it? Related videos.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see the different Amazon influencers that can review your products or who have reviewed your products. So you can also usually ask them for that. And then if you just want generic videos that you want to use for social media, they can usually.
All good for repurposing.
yeah, so
But
I
I want to make this really clear, because a lot of people don't understand that shoppable side. So when you go and you click the video in the stack in the deck, it'll pop up and it'll say 360 image and videos. Then you see the videos that the client has put up, or the seller has put up. Then you'll see a bunch of related videos. Now, you may not have paid for any of those videos. It might be me sitting here on a Saturday creating a video for the product because I like the product and I just wanted to get it done, or somebody send me a product and I do, and I start doing a bunch of small videos that automatically get, well, not automatically, but get picked up by the algorithm. And then all of a sudden they're there. So the traffic that you're getting from this doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's gone on, searched a keyword on your site and saw the product under related videos. What it means is that they're, and this is one scenario, is that they've gone to the creator's shopping page, said, oh, I want to, I'm interested in this podcast equipment. Click. Now it goes over to the page and you're getting extra traffic that way. So it's another way of getting traffic. And a lot of these images that start showing up, or videos, do not show or are not from a paid influencer. These are people that want to make money. So on higher dollar products, you'll probably see this where $100 plus, because you only make 4 points on the average. So that is going to make you $4. Now we did this with a purifier, and we were charging 10%. So any sales. And I know right now that just on commissions was thousands of dollars because it really moved. And yet they never paid us to put it up. The algorithm picked it up. So hopefully that's not too confusing. And if you are confused, let us know. So you can pay an influencer, and they can, if you don't have to fight for the spaces that are there. If there's only if there's no videos there, or one or two, then you'll probably get into the third slot. However, if they're filled, doesn't mean you're going to, that influencer is going to be there. It's got to be more relevant than the next, and they will rotate. What are you showing us, Kels?
I just wanted to give like a bit of a visual of the slots that
okay,
Amazon influencers are going for. So take, for example, these are actually the lights behind me. This is what I bought for my studio. And you can see in this video section, if there's no video, this option isn't available.
Yeah.
So this is why you always hear Norm saying, make sure you have a video on your carousel, because you'll see in a second. But if you go to this,
Alexa, turn on the TV light bars.
You'll see the video carousel. And then usually if there's been products about this.
So this is a good opportunity, by the way.
Yes. So this is what we're looking for. And actually I'll make a video on these lights seeing this. But basically the side hustle for these Amazon influencers that sign up for this program they're looking for products that have one video at least, and that there's no other Amazon influencers using their products or using videos on that product already. So here, if there were Amazon influencers, you would see a section called related videos, and then you would see Amazon influencer videos here about the product. This one, there's nothing here. This is a good opportunity. And this is where people would enter or create the videos, and they'd pop up here. And like most of you, when you're shopping, if you're looking at videos, if you're interested in a product, you might want to see like an unboxing of the video or like an honest review. And those are the videos that Amazon influencers are making. So they'd go click on that and watch it. And if they watch a certain amount, then they get a commission on it. So that's why the video section is.
Go back over there for a second, Kels. Okay. So one of the things, if I'm a brand, okay, I would not have 1 or 2 videos. You're allowed up to 6, at least at the time of this recording. and I would put up. I would go to well, actually, there's companies like Pictory now, and that can create very simple videos. But I would just go the way that I would normally do it before ChatGPT or any of this other stuff. I would go out, I would talk to a video producer. I would say, look, let's do a 3 to 5 minute video. And I want to cover, based on this script, the unboxing, product demo, the benefits, 1, 2, 3, whatever those benefits are, the features of it. And it could be like a testimonial. Anyways, you'll get all of those put together. And then in an edited video, I want you just to cover, usually I like 30 seconds. So 30 seconds to 45 is plenty. And the reason I'll get to that in a second. It's all about conversion. But for the company, just get those, put the 6 in there, and then that fills it up. The next part to this is when you're talking to, or when influencers are doing it, if you see a 10-minute video, the algorithm is going to pick up how much time is watched. So if I have a 30-second video and somebody watches 20 seconds, that's 2/3 have watched, 2/3 of the time was watched. I can watch 20 seconds or 30 seconds on a 10-minute video. It's not going to have that, that conversion rate. And also if you can get, or if there are videos of reviews, they'll pull it in under here as well. And it'll show you the video review section. So maybe you got a friend, maybe you've got a relationship with some repeat buyers, and you can see if they want to do a video review. Again, just be careful the way that you word it, especially I wouldn't make it public. These would be close friends or people that are your brand ambassadors, to help put it into a review and then upload it. Okay, yeah, and here's one that has more.
Yeah,
but
so-
still doesn't have, it only has one video.
No, I just scrolled down.
Oh,
There's more. But yeah, so this is what I'm talking about with the related videos. So every video here, this is not a customer review. This is an Amazon influencer. So big difference. These are influencers reviewing your products. They can make videos about anything. They can be comparison videos. They can be how-to videos. And to go off of what Norm was saying about like the watch time too, it's going to vary with different niches. So like camera niche, usually people that are buying like high-end cameras, they want to know very specific details, and those videos will actually be like 10 minutes long and be very well shot, in-depth videos. But a majority of these products like vacuums or this water purifier, they can be 30 seconds to a minute and a half or 2 minutes, and they can go over the different features.
And they can kick you out because I don't see my video there anymore.
Because they'll rotate through videos. We did that over, I think, 7 months ago. So
yeah.
In that time, more influencers have shown up, and this is why those influencers are looking for those opportunities with just one video. Because if we see this, I think I saw like 7 or 8 videos of influencers. As an Amazon influencer, this is a bad opportunity because our video isn't going to be shown. So that's kind of just like the mindset that Amazon influencers are looking for their side hustle. But yeah, this is an option. And then you can see.
Welcome to the Dave Show. My name is Dave, and today I'm here.
Some are very well shot, like this guy has a studio, versus others like this.
Hey everyone, I just got my upgraded Purify Hydro Generator.
He's literally just in his living room doing this. So
that's the way I do them. A matter of fact, for my videos, I go in my podcast booth, the old podcast booth, and I will take, nobody sees my face, and I'll take a cup or whatever it is, and they see my beard only. So they see a black and orange background, the beard only, and I'll just point to it. Let's see, like this, and I'll go, hey everyone, I don't even say, you can't say your name, but hey everybody, blah 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 blah. I ordered this because I give a reason why I ordered it, And then I start talking about the benefits or what I found out about it. But it's really cool. I talk for 30 seconds. A cool white and black mug with a single handle. I wanted the double handle. It was out of stock. But there's a whole set of guidelines in case you're getting into the side hustle. And we learned the hard way. I think we learned the hard way.
Yeah, I do want to answer some of these questions.
Yep.
One from Hypology: do you follow a specific structure when making your videos? For the TikTok, I definitely do. It took me several months to figure out what kind of video works and how to. I still kind of tinker with things and exactly what to say, or play around with different keywords to say or use, and the time frames. But I've kind of narrowed in more on what works for me, and I've kind of just like tried to just master that and make the videos quicker and more engaging, and that way. So I do have a specific structure that I built out that works for me. But like I said before, I'm always open to changing things or trying new things. I think it's for TikTok specifically, it's really important to keep trying new things, because you'll see you'll have a really great week or two, and then your views will start to decline, and then you have to kind of test new things, and then it takes off again, and you have to keep testing and testing and testing different things and different trends. And yeah, so you have to be a little rigid, but also a little flexible too, specifically with TikTok. Yeah. So, and then Simon's asking, is it true that thumbnails and titles are the most important? I would say with YouTube, I'm guessing it's more about YouTube. So in that way, you might have seen a Mr. Beast video where he says that he spends like $25,000 on a thumbnail, and it's the most important thing on YouTube. Yep. But then I think it was like 4 or 5 months later, he says that he doesn't really focus on thumbnails anymore, and that because of the autoplay on YouTube, that he puts less of a significance on it, and that people only see it. Most of his views are from like next up videos, and like like when you hover over YouTube videos, it like changes to the video actually starting. So he kind of went back on that and said like it's not as important. But I think that's more for his status. Like he's able to do that. Everyone knows Mr. Beast. But I would say definitely for the vast majority, you want to focus on thumbnails that are engaging.
I'll give you another tip
that are hooks.
For YouTube videos is you can go into ChatGPT, but you can take your transcript, upload your transcript either into Pictory or a Descript, or even directly into ChatGPT, just now with the new features, and ask it to translate it into different languages. So, German, Spanish, French, whatever it is. Even you guys in the UK, with your accents, the transcripts transcribe into like UK accents? Just wondering, Simon. But seriously, you take those, you upload them all onto your YouTube channel, and you'll get a much better reach.
Okay, and then I see a comment from Rad. After spending money on influencers, we prefer affiliates who love our product with discounts and have decent sales. So that sounds like a brand ambassador approach, which I think is great as well. You want to probably build out several different brand ambassadors that love your product, and if they love your product, they're going to promote it for you. And if you can give them discounts, then they're going to want to promote it even more, and you can kind of build a family. And what I've heard that works the best, that a lot of brands are working on, is that they team up with 5 to 10 influencers or brand ambassadors and have them as like their core, and they use their content and their videos and their posts as their social media content, and as to kind of build familiarity with their brand. So it's like a longer term play, and you're building those relationships with those brand ambassadors and influencers on a longer term, which builds trust with your audience and their audience, and overall it's just a better
But he might be talking about like signing up with an affiliate group outside of like what you're talking about, like Archer, Archer affiliates, for example. I mean, there's 2 or 3 that I can think of, but you sign up with them, and then if anybody wants a camping gear, prep gear, like I'm thinking about Rad's products, they'll grab it. You set a percentage that you'll give them to promote it, and they go off and they try to promote it for you. It's a great technique that finally a lot of Amazon sellers are starting to understand that it's probably less expensive for them to do it that way than to put in the money into PPC.
All right. And looks like we've got some rugby shenanigans happening.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm a Springboks fan, so I'm going South Africa this weekend. All right. Okay, so I think we've got a question. Do you want to go over some Q4 tips? Or actually, TikTok Shop. Have you tried anything with TikTok Shop?
I haven't. Did they get back to us? Are they coming on the podcast?
I haven't been. Who? TikTok?
Yeah. So there's 2 people that had contacted us about coming on.
I have not.
You don't know because
I am out of the loop on this.
All right. Okay. So we are having TikTok Shop on. I haven't done anything with TikTok Shop. I hear it's a place that we should be exploring. It's definitely a place that we're going to be exploring. What I have heard through the grapevine is that it's going to. A lot of people are talking about how fast TikTok Shop is going, and who knows? But the top 3 marketplaces in the next year should be Walmart, TikTok Shop, and Amazon. And a lot of people think that the TikTok Shop is going to overtake Walmart. I don't have any stats on that, but it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to double check after this to make sure that we've got a time slotted for them.
Yeah, and I've noticed I've gotten a couple of requests for people asking about if I've done TikTok shops with my videos, where like the way that works, if you're curious, I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure this is the same because I haven't officially done anything with TikTok shops, but I talked to Hayden about this. So for example, with the vacuum ad that I did recently, they did their destination as like a Sam's Club listing. So that's where all the traffic went to. But for TikTok, you basically get a video that's done by either someone like me or yourself, just anyone. You need that content first. If it's someone else, they basically give you a code to use your video to allow you to use their video on your business or your brand. And you set that destination for that TikTok video to a TikTok shop or to whatever destination, an Amazon link or a landing page, and that's how that would work. But I've definitely noticed more and more people asking for TikTok shop now. And I think someone was saying the incentives there are just kind of insane.
Well, I got one the other day, and it was $7,500 as an ad credit.
Yeah, I think that's
crazy.
People were saying they were able to discount their product like 20 or 30%, but then TikTok reimbursed them.
Yeah.
Like
so they're on the move. They are on the move, and we're going to get a lot more into it and let you know how. But I see that Twilight Action. So they've tried it out. I know their product, great for TikTok. So I'm glad you got results, really good results with that, Andrew. And I just saw from Pyro 2, can you recommend fulfilling TikTok shop orders with FBA? I've never done it, but it's just linking to wherever you want them to go, right? They're going over to Walmart or Amazon or wherever.
Yeah, I believe so. And Howard's is
say that with confidence, Kels.
I haven't officially done anything with TikTok shop, so I don't want to be on the record saying one thing.
But the vacuum that you guys did went over to Costco and went to a Costco link.
Sam's Club.
Sam's Club. Yeah, the other guys.
Yeah. Okay, so we have some questions from Simon. It feels like we're all doing much stuff each day. Remaining focused and staying in lane is black art. What coping strategies or mindsets do you use to remain sane?
I know, Kels, you do a lot of edibles.
Nonstop.
Non-stop edibles. Remain sane for me. It's the travel, going out, meeting people, and just my playtime is usually after an event, and it's going out with people. Usually Kevin King, if he's with me, we'll go out for our cigars, Coke Zeros, and it's just talking shop. It happened just the day before yesterday, where we're just sitting around with a bunch of people and having a great time. So that's how I do it. The other way, like if I'm here, which is half the time, it could just be going out, taking a break, my wife just went out. I don't know if you saw, the dog just jumped up on me, but he's going for his walk. So a lot of times that would be fun in the summer, just to take your mind off of it. I don't work out. When I used to, that would have been good.
What?
And I used
You
to
don't-
work out. I don't now. I know it looks like I work out, but no, I don't get this pot belly figure from working out, Kels.
I thought that was like a new regimen or something. Oh, never.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. But when I did, I didn't go in the beginning of the morning. I went during the day, and usually the gyms were less, there was less people in it, less crowded, but also it just gave me a time at lunch, to go in, usually an off-peak time, and I do the workout, then come back. So those are a few things for mindset. And also just, I don't know about you, but just reading a good book. So we were talking about, at this conference, I was talking about Jeffrey Moore. So it's a nonfiction. And then I messed up his name. I said Jeffrey Archer. And somebody corrected me, said, no, that's not the guy. You're talking about Jeffrey Moore, who wrote Crossing the Chasm. And I went, oh yeah, Jeffrey Moore was a really great fiction novelist. He wrote Cain and Abel. That's another great way just to get out of the business, out of business. And Audible, I love it. I'd rather read, but maybe because I'm old, but I like turning pages.
Yeah, I think it does something differently with your mind too. Actually, like having to picture and like the act of reading, it feels different than listening to like a podcast or something like that. I get more out of it. Yeah. And then for me personally, I would say the same as you. Like going to the gym, or like I picked up jujitsu, and that was like a way where an hour a day I couldn't do anything other than just think about jujitsu, and it kind of like clears your head. So maybe taking like a class of some sort, that really helped for me personally. But I don't know, what do you guys do? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, that'd be
do you have any
interesting.
hobbies or any ways to de-stress after a hard day at work? So we got a couple of questions. I think we can rifle through some of these quick ones. How about Walmart influencers and affiliates? So last time I talked with Gracie recently about this. She said that she only has the ability to just post like affiliate links, that she's not actually able to do like live streams or any content like that, or videos. So as far as I know,
that's boom. That it's going to be bigger. They're concentrating on that now.
Yeah. So for now, it's just affiliate links, which, from what Michaela has talked to me about, there's some really big Instagram, TikTok, or Instagram influencers that are doing really well with Walmart.
Yep.
Specifically. So if it's within your niche and you can find them, then they might be a great option. And Usama, are those strategies, will they also work in the EU marketplaces or only for the US? I think this was back when we were talking about the shoppable videos. As an Amazon influencer, we only have access to Amazon US. So technically, I'm not sure if there's specific EU Amazon influencers. Simon, I don't know if you've seen anything on that side of the pond. But for us, we can only use Amazon US, so I'm not sure if that crosses over, if these strategies work for the UK or EU at all.
I'm just checking.
And then this one is from Brian. Can you recommend me what the US-based box printing company you recommended was? I believe you used them to make low volume variations of your soap scents.
Yep. Okay, so that is Central Graphics. They're in the US, but they're in Canada. And they exactly that. They can do low run e-commerce packaging. So it's called Central Graphics. The Canadian company's in Mississauga. Kelsey, you can spell that. But if you contact them there, they'll be able to, if you're in the States, get in touch with the right person. The person that I was in contact with was Drew. And let me just see. We'll put it in the Facebook group, Drew's email address. Maybe I can pick it up here while you're talking. Can you start talking, Kels?
Okay, I am talking. I am dropping the Mississauga location, Central Graphics. That's what we're looking at.
Yep. So that's definitely the company you want to talk to, Drew.
All right, and this might be a layup for you, Dad. But any recommendations for 3PL?
I might be a little biased here, but Honu can definitely help you out. So I own a portion of that. So you want to, if you want to check that out, Afalabi is a great contact. It's Afalabi. Kelsey, you can put that in the comment at Honu Worldwide. There's also Ephraim that was on here, Ephraim Osh from Tactical. He's a good guy to be in contact with. There's lots out there. I know he networks with other companies as well. He's got a large facility in California as well as in New Jersey. And then same thing with Honu. The main one is in Pennsylvania, an hour away from EVP1. That's 1 hour away. But these companies, they just network with other storage facilities if need be. So there you go.
Okay, great. Okay, we haven't discussed the wheel Kelsey at all.
Or fourth quarter. We got to talk about a few fourth quarter strategies. By the way, one fourth quarter strategy is what we've been talking about, getting those influencers out there. I'll tell you a few things about while Kelsey is thinking about what we can give away. But with the fourth quarter coming up, it's important that your listing becomes has as much information on it as possible. For example, your images. So I don't know. I think Kevin was on. I'm not sure when. It was during the. Was it during the 500th? Anyways, one of the things that, if you haven't heard, we always used to put ASIN plus a keyword on our images. So from, I guess for the last month or two, that hasn't been working. So we've changed that. And now we've take down the images. Actually, I was with Vandana this morning talking about a client who had images. I told her, take all the images down, get into Photoshop, add the title, add a description with heavy keywords, and then re-upload them. And you need to have an app like Photoshop to do this. So you're adding in all that metadata, and then you're re-uploading. So that's one way of doing it. And that Kevin was talking about that in New Jersey this weekend, but it's been out for a while. That's one place to start. Then can you go out and can you get badges? Like even on the longer tail keywords, have a bestseller badge. Can you get a digital badge? Can you do your coupon stack? So there's another badge where you can show either multiple quantities or get 10% off when you buy another product from our catalog. price optimization. There's something else. Then you've got your product, your managed product documents. Put something up there that can show that you're different. What's it called? New version available or new version widget is if you have something that you have a black item that you might want to change to possibly a different variable, or if you've got an upgraded version, you put that widget in there and then that'll push down your PPC. The other ones are virtual bundles. Put the virtual bundles all the way across the top, across the carousel. The reason why you want to do that is you want to control above the fold. So everything above the fold is yours. And then a couple of other things, fourth quarter strategies is making sure you get as many questions and answers with your keywords in there as possible, with a video. If you can do that, that would be awesome. If you're camera shy, hire somebody on Fiverr to do it. It shouldn't be very expensive at all. And then it's your pre. So you've got the pre fourth quarter, which we're in fourth quarter now, but start becoming the authority. That's the way that I describe it. But get information out there. Go and publish some content on your website. Take that content, once you have it published, go and get a press release or just publish a press release. But what I like doing is I publish something first that is about a 1,500 word article, but whatever I'm selling, with a link back to my Amazon store. I'll take the information, I'll put it into a newsworthy title, onto a press release, and I will publish it, but it'll also be linked back to the blog. They'll both have 2 links going back over to the Amazon, either the store or the product listing. This is sort of a pre-launch. The other thing you want to make sure of is if you have a dynamic QR code that you update it. That's important, because if you forgot about it and you're driving people back to something about Valentine's Day, or it's just a blah landing page, then you're not going to get the same impact as if you update it for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, any of the holidays. So if you want to be very specific, make sure you use a dynamic QR code. These are just a few things that you can do. And also, we've talked about this before, but upgrading an image to show the holidays. So your product sticking out of a stocking, or it's gift wrapped or something like that. Anyways, there we go. There's a few things that you can do. And then social media, it's so important. The consistency of your social media and your website and your overall Amazon listing. So if you have any questions on that, just let me know.
All right, and yeah, let us know if you're doing any things special for Q4. Let us know in the comment sections, and we got a couple replies about how people de-stress. We've got Drip saying it's hunting season. Drip likes to sit in a tree and slow his mind. And Brad, I prefer to take walks in the evening and early morning. Meditation is a workout. I think like a good walk to get a coffee is always like a nice way to just like break up the day.
I have Connie bring me coffee.
I don't know if it works the same if someone brings you.
It it takes calories to lift.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we love Kelsey. I feel like I've done the TikTok video enough. I don't know if people want that still. If there's anything else we can think of.
I like to interrupt Norm on his podcast. Yes, Simon. We've noticed that. Okay, why don't we say this? This is open. We were expecting something else to give away today. I'm more than happy to do the Tariff Terminator or a press release. Why don't we offer one of these? Either a video, a Tariff Terminator, that's $500, or we could. What was the last one I was just saying? Oh, shoot. There's 3. Press release. There we go. So You pick, you win, you pick. How's that? One of those three. So while we're doing this, why don't we just have a word from our sponsor? We'll come back, and you got to do hashtag Wheel of Kelsey, tag 2 people. You get a second entry, and you'll get one of those 3. If you're in, there we go. Cigar. That's it, Andrew. Cigar with Norm.
All right, here we go.
This episode of Lunch with Norm is sponsored by VAA Philippines. Looking for a high-quality virtual assistant for your business? With the rigorous screening, intensive Amazon and Walmart training, and ongoing professional development, get the peace of mind with skill and motivated virtual assistants for a long-term working relationship. Hire through VAA today, and now let's get back to the show. Okay, let's just give it another second. I see there's a bunch still coming in.
Yep, still writing those.
All right.
Yeah,
So hopefully those fourth quarter tips were, worth it for you. There are a lot more, and we're definitely going to be talking more in depth about fourth quarter as we, move forward to Black Friday. And Black Friday, it's interesting because this is the biggest tip I can give you. Black Friday, the lead up to Black Friday, you're going to notice your sales are down, probably, most of us. And how do you get them to start coming back up? You do a pre-Black Friday sale. That if people buy your product, they'll get an additional 5% off. And that'll pique their interest. So if you have a mailing list and you want to stir up some sales, you can say that. It's people will expect to buy your product on Black Friday, of course, but if you give them a reason to buy it a little bit earlier, then you'll get those sales and it'll help plateau. And for the most part, there's a lot of people that say a lot of things about Black Friday, about where your pricing should be, but 5% for me, leading up to Black Friday will at least help plateau your sales. Are we ready?
Yes, I am. I guess one last question to you. So I know we're talking about Q4, and some things it's kind of too late to do Q4 stuff. Like when we're talking about like Prime Day prep, a lot of some things were like Prime Day was too close to happen, and like people might have missed out on things. Is there anything that people need to do right now, or maybe in the future, and for Q1, or anything in that way? Like what is creeping up that maybe
I'll tell you, I had a client of mine that he did his own thing. He came up with another brand recently, and one of the killers for him, where he had an incredible product during fourth quarter, and he ran out of inventory. And he ran out of inventory. He had an American supplier, which kills me. But he waited and he waited and he waited. And then by the time he put in his order, the supplier was working with a backlog, and he only got his product in 3 months, which took him from the number one everywhere in his category to it was very hard to get him ranked again. And it happened 5 times. And I'll tell you something. This happened 5 times to this guy. And he went from 124,000 in sales per month to 2,400 sales. 2,400. He can't rank because each time he ran out of inventory, he almost had to double his marketing. And he never got back to where he wanted to be. And so that's one thing I can tell you is be prepared for that. Get those orders in. And also what's very important is after January 15th, when the gift cards get used up, you want to have some form of marketing plan to start your blitz advertising again. Because, depending, like for non-alcoholic spirits, it's dry January. Well, that's a good month for anybody who produces, non-alcoholic spirits. But for others, it could be, you start to go down. And if you're new to Amazon, all of a sudden you're complaining because your sales aren't the same as it was on Black Friday. And, that's when you learn life, and you've got to now go out and promote. And we can talk about that in the show. Just promote. What is blitz advertising?
All right. Thank you for that answer.
No problem. Thank you for asking.
No problem. My pleasure. So I think we're all set. I just want to give a quick shout out to Rich. Good day to you, my amigo. Good to see you. And thank you everyone for joining today. We got Andrews and Cigar with Norm. Good to see Drip as well. AMZ Elite says, I want to promote a supplement in the US, so TikTok, please. So let's see if he got the magic name today. So shall we go over to the Wheel of Kelsey?
Yes, let's go to the wheel, see who wins, see what prize they want.
Okay.
It's time for the Wheel of Kelsey.
Oh, not bad for not saying anything. Can you hear me? You can't hear me, can you?
No, I can hear you. I'm just ignoring you.
Oh, yeah, okay, like usual. Yeah, but not bad for not knowing what our giveaway was going to be.
All right. Yeah, we got a lot of entries right at the end. So let's see who today's winner is.
Brian.
It's gonna be Brian.
Congrats, Brian.
Congratulations. You know what to do. Please email me, k@lunchwithnorm.com, and congratulations.
Yeah, and just let us know what you're looking for. Okay, what is this? I'm surprised that some whole tree hugger hasn't.
Do you want to whisper more quietly?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to read it. You can go ahead. Go ahead. You read it.
Yeah, okay. From Simon, I'm surprised that some woke tree hugger hasn't gotten upset about the day of color. Oh, Black Friday. All right. Well, Simon with his
sense of yeah. All right. So I think that's it. We didn't do too bad for just going off the cuff today. So let me see. I think that's it for the podcast. Kels, anything to add?
No, I don't think so. I did post a survey in the group asking people if they would want a group chat or channel for Lunch with Norm, whether you'd want it on WhatsApp, Telegram, other. So if there's another platform that you guys are using or interested in, someone said Slack. I think Andy said Slack. But let us know. Let us know if you are interested in having like a group chat area for everyone. This could be Amazon and e-com sellers. It looks like winner right now is WhatsApp, but I just put up a poll. So yeah, let us know, and then I'll create a WhatsApp group, start adding people, and we'll go from there.
Okay, very good. Also, I just wanted to mention, if you weren't on the beginning of the podcast, we do have a mastermind happening, and this is a retail mastermind called Retail Secrets, and starts next week. We're looking for some beta people. Steve, I noticed that you said that you applied for that. Just let me know if you got a response. We did have some problems with the email system. So if you had a problem, if you didn't get a link to our Facebook group, that means you didn't get the proper response. Everything's fixed now. So if you are interested, we're doing beta. It's 50% off for life. Typical, where the regular fee is going to be $199 going forward. But if you're with Lunch with Norman, we're looking for betas, it's $99. And you can quit anytime. But this retail group, and what I've learned, I've been in retail for quite some time, but just hearing Talor, hearing what Aaron has to say, it's great. Not only are you going to get SOPs, you're going to get hour-long talk each week. We're going to bring in retail buyers. We're going to talk about how to put together catalogs. We're going to actually give out buyers' names in retail and update them as they change. So there's a lot of things that is going to be just priceless when you join the group. So we're looking for around 20. I think it's 20 to 25 people. And it starts next week on the 23rd. So just let us know and we'll get you the information. All right. That's it. Thank you for this. I can't believe it, but guest did not show up. So we just talked. It wasn't so bad. I didn't have to pick myself off the fetal position too many times. But thank you for joining us today. And thank you for joining us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time. We got a great community. And if you want to join the community, head over to our Facebook group, the Lunch with Norm, eCommerce and Amazon FBA Collective. That's it for today, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Lunch with the